Working with text in Flutter, or any project for that matter, is a unique consideration. Text comes in all shapes and sizes, so we need to be careful about how we handle text overflow and wrapping. We can add text to a Flutter app using the text widget, and it takes a positional argument of a string. And then we have a bunch of named arguments that we can pass as well, and the most common of those is the style argument. And that takes a text style widget, which allows you to control the font family, the size, the color, and a whole bunch of other properties of the text itself. The reason the text style is its own widget is because you might want to share that across multiple text widgets. Similar in concept to the way you would apply a CSS style to multiple elements in an HTML document. So inside of our text style, you can see that we're increasing the font size to 50 pixels, and then we're adding a font weight of bold to make it bold. Now, applying a text style is pretty self-explanatory, but one issue that you will inevitably run into is having text that overflows its box constraints, and that will give you this orange and black warning here on the right. This issue normally comes up when you have text inside of a row or column, and one common way to address it is to wrap the text widget in this expanded widget. So if you run into this issue inside of a row or column, you can simply wrap it in expanded, and that will tell the text to wrap instead of trying to overflow the screen. So that's pretty cool, but you may not want the text to wrap. Instead, you might just want to truncate it. You can easily do this in Flutter by using the overflow property on the text widget and set the text overflow property to either fade or ellipsis. And that will just add these 3 dots to the text and let the rest of it overflow gracefully. Currently, we're defining the text style directly inside of the text widget, but what if we wanted to apply the same text style to multiple places in the widget tree? This is where themes come in. A theme allows you to share text styles anywhere in the widget tree. We'll look at themes in detail a little later, but when you organize your styles in a theme, it makes them a lot more maintainable because they can be shared everywhere, and they can also be maintained in one single place. If we wanted to use a text style from our theme on this text widget, and then inside that theme we have a text theme that has multiple different text styles on it. For example, display 1 will increase the size and change the color, and we can just experiment with these different styles as needed. And these themes can be used anywhere in the application as long as they're nested somewhere under the material app widget that we looked at earlier. And that's why we pass in the context argument to theme of. That allows Flutter to determine where this widget lives in the widget tree and apply the proper theme that it's scoped to. Those are the basic concepts to consider when working with text. In the next video, we'll look at gestures and buttons.